in the Philippines, love, change, nation, one nation, under rule, one love. Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from the Lombard City, Philippines. Having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well. Where are you from? Today, we're going to talk to you about why foreign men try to dominate Filipinos. In the Philippines. Why? Yeah. Foreign men try to dominate and control Filipinos in the Philippines. Yeah, what a joy, such a joy to come back to give me. And the devil said, those here for the first time, if you would please click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue receiving fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, today is Veterans Day on the show today on the train. And as is customary, we always have our veterans, we call him our veteran specialist, Markel Wingfield. So Markel, I'm going to bring him in. I was a little bit late today, y'all. I apologize for my lateness, but you know how it better be late than never, right? So Markel, I'm going to bring him in today, and he's going to do his thing. What's up,
going on, BobbieD?
Hey, man, you know how we just doing, you know how we do. We just get here and be here and do what we got to do. Good to see you, my brother. We had an awesome show last week. We answered a lot of questions. And if that's the same thing we got to do this week, let's do it. Okay. Markel Wingfield, ladies and gentlemen, has a show. It's called Markel's TV, the podcast. And if you haven't heard it, you haven't seen it, check it out. Markel gives you some awesome information and things you need to know about veterans benefits, veterans affairs, how you can claim the benefits. Sometimes you've been turned down. Markel can give you some 411 that might, not necessarily guaranteed, but that might just change the ball game for you. You know what I'm saying? So always, guys, check out Markel's TV podcast. If you have any veterans concerns or questions whatsoever, he will take care of you. All right, Markel, it's on you, man. Go ahead.
Okay, first, let me just say thank you, BobbieD, because you do give out valuable information to a lot of people. You may not realize it, but there are a lot of people that have come to my channel, and they came from my channel from watching you, and they just talk about some of the things that you do for them, and you prepare them for where they go to the Philippines. They're well prepared. They know what to expect. They know the situation. And I try to do the same thing for people who are coming where I am in Medellin, Colombia.
Right.
Now, because of circumstances, because during the pandemic, you got to remember, there was a lot of anxiety during the pandemic. Okay.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people who were cooped up in the house. They couldn't get out. Right. And as veterans, we sometimes have issues from when we were in service. We've seen a lot of things. And things that you're never going to forget, things that change you mentally for the rest of your life.
Yes, sir.
Now, something happened here at some point in 2020, because in 2020, the Colombian government announced that they're going to make a change when it came to U.S. veterans living in this country full time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, going into 2022, there's a new rule. And this rule is going to spread. Okay. I talked about this, I think, earlier this year because I got wind of it from my attorney.
Okay.
But starting now, if you are a veteran who has a high mental health rating and you will wish to live full time in Colombia, you are not going to get the opportunity. They are not going to give you a visa if you have a high mental health rating, particularly if it's PTSD. Okay. And they gave 3 reasons why they're not doing it.
Okay.
The first reason why is the health and safety of the Colombian citizens. You got to understand that. Okay. The second reason is Colombia is not set up to help people with those type of issues. Their healthcare system is not designed to help people with PTSD.
Right.
So for a moment, I like you guys to just picture someone who freaks out. You in the middle of the street, they just freak out. They don't speak the language. You have no idea what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do at that point? What are they supposed to do? You understand what I'm saying? Or they
Yeah.
just start,
Yeah.
or they just start attacking people just
Mm-hmm.
for no reason.
Right. It's just crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't know why. So, and then the final reason is because in Colombia, I don't know how it is in the Philippines, but in Colombia, they're not taxing your Social Security. They're not taxing your VA income. So they're not getting any revenue for their Social Security system. That would be the other reason. Now, I don't know how it is in the Philippines, but here in Colombia, when you file your US taxes, you're supposed to file taxes here. If you're in this country more than 180 days, Colombia wants some of your tax money. Okay. And this is another reason why, BobbieD, I like your channel, because you explain in detail and let people know what to expect.
Right. Right.
Unfortunately, where I am in my side of the world, there's a lot of people that give stuff. I'm not even call it information. They just give stuff,
Oh yeah.
but they leave out so much and they misinform these people until they get here. And then they realize, wait a minute, I got to file taxes? Yes.
That's right. You got to file taxes.
You got to file taxes.
You're a
You
citizen,
file
right? You got to
taxes.
file taxes.
No. Not just in the U.S. You got to
Yeah.
file separately here in Colombia
Okay,
based
it's a
on
little
your
bit.
U.S.
Yeah,
taxes.
it's a little bit different here, but I let you know. But it's a little bit different here. In the Philippines, you have you can earn income online or whatever, and if you're a U.S. citizen, if you paying your taxes to one entity, government entity, you're not taxed on that income. You're not, they call it double tax. You're not double taxed, but your country allows it. Here, you're not. The only way that you will pay taxes here, if you're a foreigner, is if you're not what's called a permanent resident visa. I am a permanent resident here, so they can't tax me because I'm paying my taxes to the U.S. government. If you're like a 13A temporary visa person here and you're doing vlogs here, you're going to get taxed by the Philippine government as well as the U.S. government. That's how they work it here. So I don't pay any taxes because I got the right kind of visa to avoid that. But these guys that come out here on temporary visas and they just doing vlog, they can get shut down. They can get shut down.
If they enforce it, right.
Right.
If they want to enforce it.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I basically just came on, man, to let you veterans know out there that this is something that's going to be a trend moving forward.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there, unfortunately, and I'm not blaming them for it. They've been through a lot. War is serious.
Yeah.
War changes you forever. And
Most
unfortunately, dude, what happens is the veteran will be fine because they're in the States, they're going to the doctor, they're on their medication, they're doing everything they're supposed to do. When they leave the U.S. and they come to these countries, they stop taking their medication.
Right.
They start drinking and doing other things, and then the next thing you know, they flipped out.
Yeah.
And the country has no idea how to deal with them. None whatsoever. That's what's bringing this on, unfortunately. It's not your fault. It's not somebody else's fault. It's just that circumstances created this. All right. So I would just say, man, and let me say this also.
Okay.
If you're a veteran who's in control of yourself, okay, and you have another way of showing income to these countries, do not display your military income. They don't even know that you were in the military. Some of us are very proud of our military service. We got DD-214s tattooed all over our body. We got the American flag on. We got this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
That's great in the States or in U.S. territories. Once you leave the U.S., once you leave the U.S. territories, these people don't give a damn about that. No. You ain't getting no military discounts at no store in any of these places. No. So there's really no reason for you to be out there bragging, telling everybody how much you get per month, how much you get this, and you do it. Nobody needs to know that. No. Nobody needs to know that. That's all personal information you need to keep to yourself. The less people know about you in these foreign countries, the better. The better. Right. Because what can they say if they don't know anything about you? Nothing. The only way they can learn anything about you is when you tell them. That's right. That's right. So when you going into the bar, you feeling all good, you just got paid. It's the first. Yeah, I just got my 38, 39, 4,500 for the month. Yeah. Who the hell asked you? There's no reason for you to volunteer that information. That's right. No reason at all. Right. But I just wanted to say that, Bobby D, because some of these people, they leave the U.S., they come to these countries, they feel like Big Willie because they got some money in their pocket. The person down the street ain't got much, and they just feel like they want to tell other people what they got. Keep
Yeah.
that to yourself.
Oh yeah. That's just common sense, man. You don't go around bragging about what you got, especially when you're in an undeveloped country and people are struggling just to make ends meet, get food on the table, and you bragging, bling bling, and showing your bling, and I got money. You draw attention to yourself, and then you draw attention by the government that's your country, your whatever country you're in. They look at you, okay, this man's got money, making money. How can we get some of that? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, man. Be modest. But I tell everybody, be modest and try to blend in as much as possible. You're not going to totally blend in because we're foreigners, but try to do like the people do. The people don't wear bling bling. You don't wear no bling bling. The people don't go discussing their income. You don't. Watch your mouth, man. Mind your business and watch your mouth. Stay in your lane. What's wrong with that? Yeah? That's the best rule. Stay in your lane, and then you won't attract a lot of negative attention to yourself. People won't come trying to get your money, trying to scam you, because you, for all intents and purposes, you act like you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? You only buy what you need, and you don't show off in front of people. That's what the problem. We want to be big show offs, you know. We want to come to these, and that's a little bit what I'm talking about later on. If we get it, but we're gonna come to these countries and act like we Mr. Big Stuff, you know. Buy drinks for the house. Yeah. Everybody drink. You know, I'm the man. I got the power. I'm there. Yeah. And then next thing you know, as soon as you walk out that bar, bam, right in your hand. They get all your money. And you laying up on the side of the street, then what happened? You didn't know what happened. They got you, man. Come on, man. Y'all be modest when you go out there. And first of all, it is disrespectful to the people, the locals, when you brag about what you got and all this, and they don't have nothing. You're disrespecting that community. Keep your if you got a lot of money, keep it to yourself. You ain't got to spread the word about that, and you ain't got to show off. You know, if you're proud of your veteran status, fine, but keep that to yourself. You don't need to let the people know you're a veteran and you're making money and you ain't got to work. And nobody want to hear that. You draw negative attention to yourself, and man, you wind up having bad relationships with the people the country that you're supposed to be staying in and living peacefully. Okay, so yeah, man, it is important that we as veterans understand how to deal with people in the country we live in. I understand that this law is very, very important, in my opinion, when they are limiting the people that have high mental ratings to come in the country. That makes perfect sense. And I think the U.S. should do the same thing. You know, look at the mass shootings we have in our country. You know what I'm saying?
The U.S. does, Bobby D. If
they do.
Yes, if an immigrant is coming in and they have challenges,
okay,
and the U.S. finds out, no, you're not coming in. Yeah, you're not coming in. That makes
sense. That makes perfect sense. So every other country need to get on board with that. I mean, the world would be definitely a better place if you limit. Now, we're not coming against veterans and saying, you know, we don't want you to travel and all that. That's not it. It's about if you are on your medication, you have no problems, come on. Yeah. But if you're not taking your medication, you got crazy mental thoughts, that's the people we're trying to limit, you know. Stay where you are until you get yourself right. Because you give a bad name for veterans wherever country you go in, and you give a bad name if you're African American for your race. You know? It's not a good thing. So I'm all for the law, and I think the Philippines has some laws on that on the books. They've not made it, you know, enacted those laws yet, but they're thinking about limiting the amount of foreigners that come in based on their prior history, which is they're already limited as far as a felon. If you're a felon, you're not going to get in here. Okay, but they're trying to look at your prior history, the stuff, your mental history, all kind of stuff that you've done in the past, and they're going to be checking out social media sites, all kind of stuff, man. Because you know,
hold up, repeat that again. Repeat that
social
again.
Social media sites, they'll be checking it out.
Okay, Bobby D, I just did a show on this where I told people in the future, because people don't understand, to get a job now, they're gonna look at your social media. They want to see. What is this person about? You getting ready to work around a bunch of women, and all they see, you got women's in bikinis, and you talking about this and that with women. Right. You ain't getting that job. You can forget it. You wasting your time.
Nah, Yeah, you got the wrong attitude. You're a womanizer. That shows you're a womanizer and you ain't about nothing else but that. People want people that can reflect the values of that corporate company, of that corporate, that image. And if you go on your social media site and they see you doing everything opposite of what that company is about, you can forget it. You ain't going nowhere.
Bobby,
And so,
think about all the different people who've lost their jobs, and these ain't even high profile people. There was an insurance guy at a what was it? What was the ice cream place? When their son was allergic to peanuts, the girl
okay,
accidentally put a peanut in his sundae.
right,
The man freaked out, threatened
yeah,
to kill them all, threw stuff at the woman, tried to break in the back door to get to him. Next
whoa.
day, lost his job.
Yeah. Social media. All that's on social media. And so we have to be careful what you put out there. I always say don't put your dirty laundry out where anybody can see it. Respect yourself, first of all, and then respect the people you're showing that to. Nobody want to hear all that. Nobody want to see all your mess. Keep it to yourself. And you might just keep your job or get a job if you're trying to get a job. Social media is going to be one of the hugest and largest tools, and it'll be more important than your resume a lot of times, because you're gonna say, here's my resume. Say, look, I don't need that. What's your Facebook address? What's your Facebook ID? Give me your Instagram ID and your Snapchat. That's all I want, sir. I don't need no resume.
Bobby D, you're not lying. When I just recently went through the visa process for the next 3 years.
Okay.
After showing my income, the first thing they asked me for after that, social media accounts, all of
No.
them,
Are you
Facebook,
what?
Instagram,
Oh my goodness.
Twitter, YouTube, all
Mm.
of it. Okay.
I didn't know we are going. I would know it was already here. I knew we were gonna get like
In
that, but it's
Colombia,
already here.
Bobby D, in Colombia, you trying to get a visa, and there's no renewal process for a visa. It's not like,
Okay.
okay, here's your old one, give me a new. No, you start completely over.
Okay.
Just like you never had it, you start
Brand
completely
new.
over.
Brand new.
And
Fresh.
they want to see all of your social media. Now, just imagine some of the stuff some of people have on their social media,
Right.
where
Right.
everything is about sex, 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 sex,
Yeah.
sex.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I know
You
some. I know
think
somebody. Yeah. I know one guy I know. He's like that. Every time you turn around, all he talking about is sex. This. I said, man, you need to get all that stuff off of there. Nobody want to see that. And he just that's his thing. He's into that. And so when somebody check out his social media, they're gonna get rid of it. He not gonna be going nowhere. But yeah, man, the importance of social media is getting more and more important in the society in which we live. And social media is basically a reflection on us, how we
of
handle
us?
ourselves, how we live our lives on a day-to-day basis. And that's why potential employers, government agencies use it. They don't see what you've been putting out there. And when one of the things we do, well, let's say there's a mass shooting, the first thing they do is they go check out that person's social media. What has he been talking about? What's he been putting out there? And so that's a reflection of you. And so make sure, guys, when you have social media, don't put no crazy stuff out there. And if you got to put stuff out there, put something positive. Yeah,
Bobby
good.
D, this is how they catch a lot of people faking disabilities on Social Security. This is
Okay.
how they catch a lot of veterans committing fraud.
Right.
Social media. You got a bad back. You out there jumping out of airplanes, but you got a bad back. You in a wheelchair. You
Yeah.
just got out of the car. You just walked right on in the Walgreens.
Crazy,
No, dude.
crazy, crazy.
No, I'm look. I try to help people as much as I can, but if you out there lying and
Right.
they see you lying on social media, it doesn't matter what I tell you, Bobby D, or anybody else tells you.
Right.
So people need to understand that, Bobby D. My cousin was the one that hit me too, because I haven't a job since I was 37. That's been almost 13 years ago.
Right. Right.
And I was asking my cousin about it. The first thing he said they're going to do is have him fill out an application, fill out a form that says we get access to your social media. And that's the first
Mhm.
place they're going. Because the examples he gave me was, what if you associate yourself with terrorist groups? What if you associate yourself with beating women? You think it's okay to strike down women, or you think it's
Right.
okay to be a member of some militia that hates
Proud
all
boys.
foreigners,
Proud boys.
or whatever the case may be. You
Yeah.
know, they're not gonna hire you when you got that kind of stuff, and
No.
you trying
Not.
to get this 100 grand a year job, lead this $25,000 a year job you at. That ain't happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing they go by saying is, what does my social media account got to do with your job, sir? That's my private life. Well, your private life extends to their job. You on their job, right? But whatever you do affects their job. If you're gonna be a part of that company, it's crazy, man. How people try to
BobbieD, social
justify their
media
action.
is not private. That's the mistake people make. They think social media is not private.
No, it's not. It is not private. It's public as you can be. And for you to say that's my private business, why are you putting your private business out on public airwaves? You know, it's crazy, man. You got to respect yourself and respect the entity or the person that you're dealing with by not putting your dirty laundry out. If you don't want somebody to know something about you, don't put it out there on Facebook. Don't put it on Instagram, Snapchat, all that. Don't do that, man. Come on now. How you gonna move up in the world and you trying to do all kind of craziness on the slide? You want on a front end, you want people to see Mr. Goody Two Shoes, but on the back end, you just as dirty as I don't know what. And you put the dirt out on social media. They're gonna catch you, man. Come on now, let's wise up, y'all.
All
But
right.
Mark here, what else you got, man?
I was just trying to see if there were any questions on
A
here real
question?
quick.
Okay, yeah, let's go down. I'm gonna do this real quick, and I'm gonna run down here. See, listen, we're gonna do something a little bit different today, y'all. I'm gonna run through the comments, and I'm gonna see if we got any questions. About for Markel, whatever y'all do, go ahead and give your question for Markel now, okay? Because when he leave, he gone, okay? And he can't get him right back immediately. Go ahead, whatever questions y'all have for Markel. Markel talked about the problem where many veterans are moving from country to country, and many of those veterans have high mental rating. That means they may have PTSD. They may have some kind of psychosis. You know, it causes them to flip out, schizophrenia, all kinds of stuff. And that, you know, those are mental disorders, but they can be controlled with what? Drugs, medication. And the problem is they leave the United States and they're under the medication. They come to Colombia, they get off the medication and they whack out. Okay. So it's proper that these countries vent the individuals that's coming in their country, especially veterans, because many veterans are skilled individuals as far as shooting and killing. I'm gonna just be honest with you. That's what the army train you to do. They train you to take people out. And so if you flip out, what you gonna do? You do what you know. You know? So it is only right that the governments that these people go to, veterans go to, check them out from the head to the toe. All right, what else we got? What question we got, y'all? Let me see.
Give up on their benefits because they're denied on the first and second try. Yeah, that's true, Mr. Flemings. There are a lot of veterans who get discouraged, and it's like anything else. You know, you got to keep fighting for what's owed to you. Okay,
Right.
you shouldn't get discouraged. It's the same way with Social Security. A lot of people get denied first time on Social Security. It happens. If you look at the percentage of people who get approved the first time around, it is very low. Very low. Sometimes you got to go all the way to see a judge in order to get your approval. But if you're
Right.
truly disabled, you're going to fight. Is when people are not really disabled, they go, I ain't messing with it. I don't have time. If you truly disabled, you're not going to sit there and go, I ain't messing with it. You screw that. You're going to keep filing. You're going to keep trying because it's truly happened to you. That's the
Yeah,
way I see it. Because if anything ever happens to you, how you sound, well, I'm just going to leave it alone. Well, ain't nothing wrong with you.
that's right. That is correct. And that's Markel, you just told my story, man, and all the glory. I tried to get I got out, man. I tried to claim, I had a little backache, man. I tried to claim, and the man made me feel so ashamed, man. I never went back. I went to the board. I appealed it, all that stuff, man. He said, son, what's wrong with your back? I said, I hurt my back. And I was in the military, sir. He said, where's your doctor reports? I don't have none. So I was young then. I didn't know what I was doing. The man made me feel so bad. And I was wrongfully trying to claim a benefit. I'm be honest with you. I was just trying, because my daddy told me, he said, son, you hurt your back. I said, yes, sir. He said, go on down there and apply for it. But it wasn't nothing serious. It wasn't nothing. And they did what they did. I would say that the VA did their jobs. They weeded me out of there because I had no business in there trying to claim something that I wasn't eligible for, that I was not totally 100% qualified for. In my mind, I hurt my back. I'm qualified, but I had no. I treated it on my own and got, Anyway, yeah, but they do what they supposed to do. They weed people out like that, and I was one of them. So I never went back. I ain't going back because I wasn't truly disabled. And those benefits are for people that's what totally deserving of it. And so the government's doing a good job. They're weeding out people that's trying to get through the cracks, and I'm all for that. What else we got, guy? What else question I got?
Let's see. I'm in
Terry says he has an exempt status. Tax exempt status. What does that mean, Markel? Tax exempt status.
That's what I was saying earlier. Most people who make less than, if you're a single male making less than $25,000 a year on Social Security, you have no taxes to file. Same with the VA. There's no taxes to file with the VA. Okay. So that's what he means by he's tax exempt, because he's not making enough from Social Security to file taxes, and you don't file any taxes on your VA income. So he has nothing to file. The only thing he can do is file the non-filer tool, which I advise people to do every year, because you never know when they may still send out a stimulus check, or they may have found money that they owed you from 20 years ago when you did a job, or whatever the case may be. That's why you always want to file a non-filer tool to give them your most up-to-date information, your address, your phone number, whatever. If something happens to you, your next of kin, whatever. You want to file a non-filers tool, okay? Now, for those of you, and I don't think we ever talked about this, for those of you who leave the U.S., you move into the Philippines, you have 30 days, within 30 days, to let Social Security know where you are. Just let them know you moved, all right? You don't just move and then tell them nothing, because if they got to send you something and they want you to come in, they're sending it to the address that they got on file. They're not going to take the time to hunt you down to say, hey, this is what we need you to do.
Right.
They send in a letter, you got a CDR, continuing disability review. Well, guess what? They only going to send it 2 or 3 times. After you don't respond, they're going to figure, okay, well, you don't need the benefit anymore, and cut you off. They know you're going to contact them then.
Yeah, you get that money cut off, they get your attention.
They're going to have your attention then. So, no, that's what he mean by tax exempt status. But if you were planning on moving to the Philippines, or wherever in the world you plan on moving to, you're on Social Security, you got 30 days, you're supposed to let them know where you're going. And that's all. They just want to know where you are. They're not saying you can't go unless you're going to Russia or China or somewhere you're not supposed to go with Social Security. But other than that, you're supposed to let people know where you're going. They're paying you. Why the hell would you not tell them where you're going?
Yeah, it just makes perfect sense. So you can get your money. Your money won't even be interrupted. That just makes sense, guys. And then when they get their money interrupted, they get mad with the government, cuss them out. They done took my money. What's wrong with them? And you didn't tell them where you was at, and you didn't respond to the letters they sent you. What's wrong with you, mister? Hey, Terry Fleming got another question. He said, I'm a tax exempt status. Will I have to pay taxes in another country?
No. Well, as of right now, no. But I'm going to say this again. Colombia is different. Most countries, the U.S. and the countries have agreements, like the Philippines. Right. The U.S. and the Philippines, they have an agreement when it comes to Social Security, when it comes to VA, it is not taxed. Mm-hmm. However, in Colombia, there is no agreement. Colombia is just choosing at this point not to tax your Social Security.
Okay.
A new president can walk in tomorrow and go, we taxing every foreigner here. Right. Sign a bill, guess what? You gonna get taxed. But as of right now, no. That's why I always tell people, do your research. Know where you're going. Don't just watch channels and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna go there because I see all these girls and whatnot. Right. If you plan on living there, you better understand the tax situation. You better understand everything about that country other than they got pretty women in there, because that don't mean nothing when it comes to them taking your money. You ain't got no money to see no pretty girl. So you need to understand where you're going.
Yeah. Need to learn the laws of the land and where you're going. Now, as far as the Philippines, Terry, you won't be taxed here either, because we have like Marcus said, the Philippines and U.S. have agreement as far as taxes are related to taxes. They have this, I forgot the name of it, but the basic premise of this agreement is that we will not double tax. We will not double tax people. They'll either pay taxes to the Philippines or they'll pay taxes to U.S. But That, but the Colombia don't have that agreement, so that's why Markel is going to be double taxed. They don't have that agreement. You know, if he lived there, that's what he got to deal with. You know, but I always had that question in my mind too, and I did a lot of research before. But I found it out before I got here. You know, I said, do I have to pay double that? And when I found out I didn't have to pay it, I was like, okay, thank you, and I moved it. You know, so always do your research, guys. If you
It's the
can't
same
find it out,
way.
ask somebody.
It's the same way BobbieD with the Dominican Republic. Most people don't realize in the DR, if you buy a house, that's your house. You ain't paying no more taxes. You ain't paying
Right,
nothing.
right,
Unlike most countries, here you paying taxes.
right. That's
Colombia
right.
want their money. You paying taxes.
Ooh, no, I don't want that. I don't want that,
Is it
man.
like that in the Philippines? If you buy a house, you're not paying any taxes on the house. You done with it.
No, if you buy, you mean taxes to this government where you live, or tax to the U.S. Whatever.
No. In the Philippines, if you
Oh,
buy a house in the Philippines, do
uh,
you pay taxes after you purchase the
yeah,
house?
you got to pay taxes every year.
Not in the
We
Dominican
got a
Republic.
house every. We pay taxes every January. Now, your taxes are due between January 1st to March 1st. You got to pay taxes every year. And it's not like that in Colombia
No, in the DR.
or the DR or DR.
Oh, in the
Okay,
Colombia, oh hell no. Colombia, you gonna pay some money. If you
okay,
got more than $300 in a Colombian bank here, you paying taxes on that money in the bank.
okay. Now see, it's a different here. You got to have. Up here, the U.S. will check on you if you have $10,000 or more. You got to pay taxes on that. If you're a U.S. citizen, you got to pay tax on that to the U.S. government. So it's important that you make sure you don't have that amount in any one bank at any one time. And I always make sure to check. I'm going to check out on any one bank. That's the means foreign bank, that is, okay, not U.S. bank. Okay, if you have $10,000 in a foreign bank account at any one time, then you can be taxed on it by the government. But as long as you don't have that on any one bank account at any time. Diaz is saying, what if the VA doctor recommends a veteran file for disability?
Then you should file. You shouldn't even hesitate. If the doctor is telling you to file, then obviously the doctor plans on helping you when you do file, because that's the first place the VA is going to go is to your doctor. Now, are you saying it's a VA doctor, right? So if
Yeah.
a VA doctor is telling you, yeah, you shouldn't even be hesitating. You should have went on and filed the same day.
Okay. His next question is, does the doctor document it, and does it improve a veteran's odds of
Yes.
getting approved?
Yes. Because the first thing that's going to happen is the VA is going to go to that VA doctor that just told you to file that claim, and
Okay.
ask them, okay, is this what this veteran has? Okay. Depending on what you're filing for. Because first they're going to look at your medical records. Then they're going to go to the doctor and ask the doctor their opinion. Now, if
Right.
there's any questions between your medical records and the doctor, that's when they probably go get a second opinion from somewhere else, or they'll send you to a CMP exam. But if a
Okay.
VA doctor told me, hey, your arm is jacked up and it's jacked up because of something that happened to you in service, you better go ahead and go out that door and go file that claim.
Yeah. That means he's going to help you out. He's going to help you
Correct.
get your money, get you supposed to get. So that's good, because most doctors, they don't give a flip. They just want their money. They don't care. They don't recommend you for nothing.
Well, to be honest with you, BobbieD, that's kind of a rarity if you hear a VA doctor says that, because a lot of times they won't do it because they're afraid they might get sued.
Right.
If you tell a veteran you need to go file this claim and they get denied the claim, then the doctor could be liable, which is why most will never say that.
Right. Okay.
That's why most people, when they file for Social Security or they're filing for VA, they get upset with the doctor, even though the doctor's saying you got all these issues. The
Right.
doctor's not going to take that extra step to say, yeah, this was caused by this, because they don't want to get sued.
Okay. So it's a matter of whether they're protecting themselves by
Correct.
telling, they know you should be getting it, but they don't want to say it because the VA may deny it or whatever, and then they get liable for suit. I got it.
Correct, because they told you should go file.
Go file.
So you're going to interpret it as, okay, well, I got this issue you telling me about, and if it doesn't go your way, well, hell, now you going after the doctor.
Yeah, you're going to sue the doctor.
So that's what I'm saying, is the doctor actually telling a veteran that is a rarity. You really never hear about that.
Nah. Okay. What else we got, guys? He says,
That's it.
Okay, that's it. All right. Thank you, Markel, for being here today. It's been a pleasure, man. We always learn something from you, and it is invaluable information, and we will pass it on to the nation, the Love Train
Okay.
Nation.
Like I said, BobbieD, but make sure that if you know somebody on Social Security, they did that Social Security know they're in the Philippines.
Right. Okay. I forgot about that. You got to make sure that wherever you go in this universe, guys, whatever country, if you're going to benefit from the country from U.S. with the Social Security, disability, all that stuff, you need to let them people know that I just changed my address. I'm be living in this country. This is my new address. Send it to them. And that goes with any of their banks or your credit card companies. Any of them, you want to give them your new address, but they can be sending stuff to your old address. And next thing you know, somebody got your statement, your bank account statement with your bank account on it because you didn't change your address. And they say, what is this? They open up and they charge, pull all kind of money out of your bank account. Come on, man. Be smart. If you leave in the country for a long term, you want to make sure you change your address. What I did when I went to the Philippines, what I did was this. I used my daughter's address for changing of addresses in the U.S. so that people could send stuff. Like I know she's gonna let me know something important or whatever, and she'll send it to me. And then later on, I changed it from my daughter's address to my permanent address here in the Philippines. Now it takes, I don't know about your country there, but it takes like 30 days to get anything out here. Is it that way out there too?
It's
In the
even
mail?
longer than that, BobbieD. It's even longer. Here's what I did. Okay, they have a mailbox service. Okay, it's
Okay.
not free. I don't want
Right.
anybody to get the impression. I'll put it this way: anytime you leave the U.S., you paying for whatever it is you need to get. Okay.
Right. Right.
So what I did was I used the service first was called Mailbox, etc.
Okay.
Mailbox, etc. Depending on the country that you're in. So, for example, you're in the Philippines. They got an office that's probably closest to you in Hawaii.
Right.
They'll give you an Hawaii address,
Okay.
but they will deliver the mail directly to you.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
within like 7 days, 5 to 7 days, you'll get your mail, but
Okay.
you got to pay for it. Okay,
Yeah.
it goes by the weight and the value. So it's just letters. You know how much the letters weigh. I usually get my mail usually once every 2 weeks, and it usually costs me anywhere from $6 to $10, somewhere in there. And it's
That's not bad.
usually a giant stack. Now you can
Yeah.
tell them to stop sending you junk mail. Like if you don't want any of that junk mail, because that's weight. You
Yeah.
paying for junk, you can
Right.
have them throw it away. If it ain't
Okay.
nothing from whoever you're asking it to come from, they won't send it.
Okay.
Right. And
All
be
right.
careful, guys, because the banks, when your debit card is about to expire, they will automatically just mail out a new debit card or automatically mail out a new credit card. You
That's
still got your old address in the States. You ain't been there in 5 years or 3 years, however long your card lasts, three
right.
years, 5 years, and now somebody else got your credit card. Your old card expired. It don't even work. They
Right.
using your new card in the States.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to follow the rules, man, and do what you're supposed to do and
Right.
stop trying to be shady all the time and think you're slick and getting away with something, talking about you don't want the government to know where you are. They know where your dumb ass is. Because as soon as you swipe that passport, they know where you are.
They know exactly where you are. And you have electronic trail. You have electronic trail and you have a paper trail. So government anybody can find out if you got some kind of money and you going from place to place, you're gonna leave a trail, and they'll know exactly where to follow you. We talked about breadcrumbs on one of my shows. Breadcrumbs, when you just drop crumbs, and then you like the bird, you drop crumbs for the bird to come get. They're gonna follow you wherever you go. So wherever you drop electronic crumbs from your credit card or whatever, you drop it, they're gonna find you, leaving a trail. So don't think you're gonna hide from the government. That's what a lot of people do. They come out here, they done committed some crime, and they on bail, and they jump bail to come to the Philippines. They like the government ain't gonna find them.
Do they have extradition in the Philippines?
Yeah, they do. They
Oh,
do.
that's dumb. That's dumb. You're gonna go that far just to be embarrassed and come back in cuffs? That is dumb.
Yeah, yeah. And so what happens is a lot of times they come out here and they go to the province here. The province is like a big country area.
Right.
It's hard to find people, and they think they're gonna be blended in, and but they find them sometimes. But that's why you have to be careful when you deal with expats out here, and especially in your country too, because they be jailbirds, convicts. Man, how you doing? He said, "What? Who you talking to?" Be scared. They don't want you. Put that camera down. Don't you take no picture of me. Put that camera down.
BobbieD, expats, I tell you what, man. I mean, I understand when people go to the country for the first time, they don't know nobody. They see
Right.
their countryman there. They may even be the same skin color as you. You thinking, all right, this guy here gonna be all right. Man,
Mhm.
please. Those are some of the worst people you will ever meet in your life. Straight
Trust.
dirt bags, just dirt bags. They done ran out of money and they looking for any sucker they can attach themselves
That's right.
to try to use you till you got nothing. Then they waiting for the next one to come by.
Yes, there's a lot of begging expats out here, guys, and they will take advantage of you. Because they know you new here, especially you new. They know you new. They know you got money, and you don't know. You don't know the 411 that's on. What's going on around there? And then they got you hooked. And then next thing you know, you landing them this, landing them that, and that's what they want. But you got to watch out for that kind of stuff. All right, guys. Markel, it's been a pleasure, man. We want to see you
Appreciate it,
next
Bobby
Friday.
D.
Y'all check out Markel's show if you have not. It's called Markel's TV, the podcast, veterans information. He's got another channel. It's called Markel's Tech Review. If you have any technical questions, concerns, gadgets, whatever, check with Markel on the show. Y'all check him out, and he'll be able to help you. Okay, Markel. Thank you so
All
much,
right,
brother.
Bobby D.
Take
All right,
care. All
guys.
right.
You all have a good
Appreciate
one.
it. You
Peace.
too. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you for your indulgence. This is, Friday's our two-part show. We have Markel coming, and then I came in too. I already know who's the first man up. I'm gonna start over. And I already know Terry Fleming gave a donation to the nation. Thanks so much, Terry. We'll run that down in a minute. But let's go ahead and get you where I'm gonna bring you up to par where we are right now as far as our topic for the day. I was talking about men for a while, right? So today we're gonna continue with that theme. And I got a topic that some men don't want to, you may not be happy with it, but it's the truth. And the truth is what I do on the show. I don't play no game with you. I don't pull no punches. I look like I'm a donut factory where I sugarcoat donuts, sugarcoat stuff. Now, what you see is what you get. And what you do is who you are. Because if you treat me good, you're a good man. If you treat me bad, you're a bad man. What you do is who you are. Okay? Don't play no game with me. I'm straight up, and I expect you to be the same way. And when I give you information, it's straight up. So today we're going to talk about why foreign men try to dominate women. In the Philippines. Why, man? You ain't nothing. You ain't nobody in the United States, right? That's what they told you. You know what they told you? Women told you? You ain't nobody. Get away. Yep. And so you come out here and think you Mr. Big Stuff, and you want to dominate these women. Why would you do something like that? You couldn't dominate them in the USA, but you're going to dominate them out here? Come on, man. Let's rise up. Let's rise up. Let's wise up and do the right, tight, long frame. Nobody wants to be dominated. Nobody wants to be controlled. But you're going to take it upon yourself to be somebody's God just because you got some money in your pocket. And they may not have a lot. And you're going to be somebody's God. Who died and made you God? Huh? Come on, man. Don't not get, let's go. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's go. Thumbnail for the day. No hocus pocus, just focus on the thumbnail. Let's go. Here we go. Control, baby. See lady right there? Filipina. She under total domination, total control by a foreign man. He think he's her God. You do what I say, or else. He holding their money bags over her. And she's whipped down, beat down because she can't leave him. She want to leave him so bad she can't. Because she needs the money. She'll take the verbal abuse. She'll take the sexual abuse. She'll take any kind of abuse because she got a family. Her mama need food, her dad, and she got to do what she got to do. And you sitting up there dominating. Instead of relating, you're dominating. Okay? Control. Domination. No hocus pocus, just focus for the day. I'm going to talk about male domination. There's male dominance in this society. There's male supremacy in this society in which we live. It's more than just white supremacy. It's a female supremacy. Some females think they're better than everybody else. Some male, same thing. Especially when it comes to the Philippines. You ain't nothing. You just a little native little girl. You do what I say. I'm over you. And then we're gonna talk about polygamy. What are some of the things that cause these men to be the way they are? And polygamy has a big influence on male dominance. And then we're gonna look at can't deal. Why? Why are some of the reasons that people, men want to dominate? Number one, they can't deal with independent woman. Hmm? They can't deal with it. That's why a lot of you right now trying to go to the Philippines. I can't deal with them black women. They ain't right about it. I just can't deal with it. Okay, you got a problem right there. Okay? And the problem is not the woman, it's you. Yeah. I done told you I wasn't gonna like this because I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know, and you know what the problem is, man. Let me tell you something, Mr. Black man. Let me tell you something, Mr. Caucasian man. Let me tell you something, Mr. Brown man. You running from the truth. Hmm? You say you want to be free, right? I want to be free. I like freedom, freedom. And you running from the truth. The truth is this. You ain't nothing according to the women in your country. Hmm? Yeah, you've been rejected, disrespected, gutted and busted and everything else in the USA by these women that you say you don't like. Oh Lord, I'm hurting somebody's feeling. I'm sorry. Yeah, you better listen to me. And you're gonna come out here and so you got rejected, and then you gonna come out here and try to dominate some woman, take out all your pain, take out all your anxiety on these little women because you got some montage. Listen to me. That ain't right. That ain't tight. That ain't long. That ain't strong. You was rejected. You was a misfit. And you gonna come out here and try to be somebody king, somebody God. Come on, man. Let's be true to who you are. And maybe, and just maybe, a little semblance of respect and dignity will be given to you by these women that you trying to dominate. Let's go. Playing with y'all today. Let's go. So number one is what? Male dominance. Male dominance, man. Yeah, dominance. And it's a supremacy. A lot of people think that the man is everything and women ain't nothing. That's why you got all these little reactionary groups out there. MGTOW, men going their own way, all kind of different groups. And a lot of us, black men in particular, are jumping on the ball, on the train, you know. I don't think women ain't nothing. You know, they all my life they been treat me like dirt, and you know, I'm just get rid of them. They ain't good. All I wanted them to do one thing for me, and you know what they did? Get the bedroom. That's it. I don't drive. Come on, man. How stupid is that? Yeah, I'm hurting on somebody's feet right now. I'm stomping on your feet because you in the MGTOW stuff. How stupid is that, man? Just because you was rejected by one woman don't mean all women gonna reject you. Maybe you have rejected 3 or 4 women. That don't mean all women are like that, man. And if you reject, you got to look at why were you rejected? Why? Was you not able to communicate well? Was you unsanitary? You know, hygiene? Why, man? So there's a bad reasoning and the logical thinking of those groups like that. Okay, so I stay away from the MGTOW and every big toe and anything that's gonna put women down. I'm not with that because my mama told me treat people like the way you want to be treated. And my mama told me never put my hand on a woman. And my mama told me respect women. And then my mama and my grandmama, all of them told me to do women right. And they told me not to make no women my slave. Okay? So when I got all that teaching in me, I never dominate. I appreciate. And that's what I suggest you do, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate the woman you with. Appreciate the one you with. If you got a Filipina that loves you and does for you and you cuss her out every day, stop it right there, mister. You ain't nobody God. You ain't her. Just because you got some money in your pocket, you going to treat her like dirt, verbally abuse her, say she ain't nothing, say she don't look good. Come on, man. Wise up and rise up. She's just as good as you or anybody else. And what happens is we beat people down with our words. They say words, sticks and stone will break my bone, but word will never hurt me. That's a big lie. When you say something to somebody, especially somebody that loves you, it affects them. Those words affect them. It goes to their emotionality and causes them to be fragile. They hurt. Okay. And then they react because of the pain of those words that you inflicted upon them. Stop trying to dominate women out here, especially third world women. Okay, let's go. Male dominance, man. You know, a lot of male think this is only just, you know, you always heard about white supremacy, but there's male supremacy too. A lot of males think that men are better, we are better than women. You know, we're totally better. And you got to look at some of the bases of how this thing came about. Whenever a man marries a woman, what's he supposed to do? She's supposed to what? Leave the house. because the man is supreme, right? A bride was married and she must move to the man's house. The Bible calls it the leave and cleave principle. When you marry your husband, when you marry a man, you go with the man. Why? Because he is supreme. He is your God. He is your, no, it's not it. The Bible always favors men because men are the leadership position, but the Bible doesn't say that they are controlling a woman totally. That's wrong. It says foul and false thinking. Okay, men are leaders, naturally born, most of the time leaders, and if you don't lead your woman, the woman will lead you. Okay, but nothing in there say dominate. Nothing in there say verbally abuse. Nothing in there say physically abused. Just because you got to leave your house, ladies, and go with the men. That's the leave and cleave principle, and it's biblical. All right, let's go. And then you leave, man. And then you shift in residence. All of that have a tendency to make you think that the man is supreme. You have to leave your house. Women have to leave the house. Places a woman at a disadvantage because she has to leave her domicile, place of residence to go with the man. That makes her secondary in her mind sometimes to the man and makes the man primary or dominant. Those things contribute to the man's thinking that they're better than the woman, and they are not. Number two, don't know what to do. Number two, male polygamy. That's another reason why many men have this in male supremacy in their mind. I'm better than a woman because I can bang 15 at a time, and that's what we do. Men are just dogs. Dogs are just men. Come on, man. Are you an animal? Or are you a member of the human species? Huh? Which one? All you do is bang all the time. Bang, bang, bang. Thank you, ma'am. That's all you do. If that's all you do, you might be a dog. Okay? Are you trying to act like a dog? Because men, there's other things that real men do other than that. Okay? So understand, man, male polygamy is one of the reasons why many men think that they are better than women because they have multiple women. And where have you seen where women can have multiple men? That's a taboo. That's a no-no in society. If you're a woman and you got more than one man, that's a nasty taboo. She nasty. But the man can do the same thing and have 15 women. He's man. That's what men do. We like that. We can't have crazy thinking. Straighten it out. Think right. Think tight. Think long. Think strong, and you will have a loving, caring, lasting relationship. Many of you think that men are better than women and all that, and it's not that way. We are both created on this earth by the Most High God. We have a little bit of differences. Of course we do, because we're different genders. Other than that, we are the same in God's eyes. You with me, G? Let's go. So all of those thoughts, man, lead to men wanting to dominate a woman, man. They want to command a woman, man. You always heard about the male chief. You don't ever hear about the female chief now too much. But it's always the man, the top dog, the man. Yeah, sometimes all of that stuff contributes to the man wanting to dominate women and to want to be large in charge and put the woman under his feet. But I'm going to tell you something, man. When you got a woman under your feet, you ain't thinking right because the woman's supposed to be up on her feet with you. And when you are dominating her with your knee on her neck, how can she breathe? Huh? How can she breathe? How can she live? How can she help you when your knee is on her neck, suffocating her very existence? Because you want to feel large and in charge and in control. I'm the man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she bow at my foot. Come on, man. I just talked to you a few days ago how some Filipinas want to run that game with you. Y'all, are you seeing the connection? Are you seeing how I'm putting this together? Some Filipinos want to run that same domination game on the men. Because we live in a matriarchal society in the Philippines, but it's not so. If you want an ideal, loving, caring, sharing relationship, you want to share that. You want to share that power to a certain extent and not dominate, not control, not bend somebody, not break somebody. Because when a man dominates a woman, man, he breaks her spirit. You ever met any woman that was broken? Huh? Hold on, somebody should begin. Have you ever met a woman that was broken? Huh? I mean, completely broken? She can't even lift her head up. You talk to her, she look on the ground, broken vessels, man. And it's hard, man. Whenever a woman is broken in spirit, in mind, in body, in soul, it's hard, man, to put that woman back together. You get a glass and drop the glass on the ground, it's all shattered. And if you sit there trying to put it back together, how you know what kind of job that is? Can you imagine the job it is trying to put somebody's life back together? They were broken from a kid and they're 44 years old, and they're still shattered because you dominated. They were dominated and treated like dirt. Let that stuff go, man. You don't need to dominate. You need to appreciate. Last one, we out, man. Let's go. I ain't playing with y'all today. Let's go. Dictate them, man. All you want to do, you want to dictate. You don't want to appreciate. You want to appreciate your lady. You want to dictate. You know? And what's the reason why men want to dictate, BobbieD? What's the main reason why men want to dictate and dominate, command a woman? Huh? I'm telling you, number one, they can't deal with an independent woman. Many men don't have what it takes to be a real man. I talked to you the last few broadcasts about what a real man is, what a real man does. You know, I talked to you. A real man appreciates. A real man builds up. He don't bring down. He don't beat down. He lifts up and he walks with them. He walks with his lady. He talks with his lady. And they relate together on a loving, caring, shared relationship basis. He don't dictate. He has the capacity to do so, but he rather would share communication and share concerns and issues in the relationship. Okay? That's what a real man does. He is a servant leader. He leads his woman by example. Huh? When you lead me by example, I'm going to follow you. Whether you a man, woman, I don't care. Lead me. That means show me. And it means serve me if you have to. But you got it wrong. You big up, get down now. Big me, do that. You ain't nobody God. If you out there commanding and demanding and dictating on your lady because she a Filipina and you consider her a subhuman being, stop it right there. You're wrong. No one deserves that type of treatment. And you couldn't even try to think about doing it to American women, but you're gonna come out here to the Philippines and treat it like that because she need my money. You know, I could treat her. Go get that with you. So wrong, so wrong. Let's go. I'm out, man. Let's finish up. And so many men don't have what it takes, man. They don't have what it takes. And you know what? One of the reasons why we don't want to deal with an independent woman. You know one of the reasons why? Guess what? Guess what it is? We feel threatened. Yeah, we feel threatened. Many men, some of you right now, you wouldn't deal with American women if somebody paid you. You know why? American women, a lot of them have feminist ideas. And feminist ideas threaten your manhood. You feel threatened. They're coming after your manhood. And you don't want to give it up, so you can't deal with American woman. I don't know an American woman. I don't take my manhood. I don't want to deal with that femininity. I want me a woman that bow down to my feet. I want a woman that can command it. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, y'all don't think I was bringing this out to you, did you? Huh? Ain't nothing I won't bring out if it's the truth. You know that, did you? Now you know. Ain't nothing that's off limits on this show if it's based in truth. Okay? So it's the truth. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to receive it. But I guess what? Whole purpose of this broadcast is to make you think. I said something today that you're thinking about right now. Because I said something you never dreamed of, you never conceived of, you never thought about it in that viewpoint. Now you're thinking. That's my goal, to get you to think. We out. Feel threatened, man. They feel insecure. That's one reason why men want to dictate and dominate a woman, control her. It makes him feel more secure because he's approaching it from a place of insecurity. He's not secure in his manhood. He's not secure in his love. He's not secure in his joy for being alive and appreciating others. So he has to have somebody to vent that on. And he finds a poor woman from a impoverished country, and he takes that out on her. He wouldn't dare do it to an American woman because they don't play that. The American woman said, what? Bow down your feet. What do you think? But you do it to some woman out here in the third world. Yes, sir. What else, sir? Because they want your more time. They have nothing. And you use your finances to control. You use your finances to command. You use your finances to dictate to a woman that can't do nothing but do what you say. How small are you, mister? You're blackmailing a person. That's what you're doing. And if you didn't have that money, nobody would want to be bothered with you. Stop controlling, man. Stop controlling the Filipino. They're worth more than that. And you ain't got no self-esteem. That's why you're trying to control these women. You're low self-esteem and you're no self-esteem. And you use your dictating reasons and ways on these women to make you feel like a man, more of a man. Because in the United States, you didn't feel like a man. You felt like a whipped noodle because the women in the United States wouldn't even look at you. Oh, Lord, I'm saying, I hurt somebody feeling now. Yeah, they wouldn't even look at you, mister. But you come out here to Philippine all over you, and then you want to dominate them. Stop it right there, mister. Think about what you're doing. Think about where you are. How you would want your child, your daughter to be treated. Is that the way? Total domination, abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse. Is that what you want for your daughter? Then you're doing it to somebody else's daughter. Stop it right there, mister. All right, that's it, man. We're going to ride the train today. I already know who's the first man up. Thank you so much, Terry Flynn, for the first man, for the donation to the nation. People, get ready. Well, there's a train that's coming. Don't need no ticket. Get on board. All you need is love. Who? Say it again. Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. Now. You just get on board. Get on board. Y'all ready to ride train, BobbieD, Nisi, one nation, good one love. When I say toot toot, you say all aboard. Toot toot. Toot toot. When I say all aboard, you say toot toot. All aboard, all aboard. Let's ride this train today, man. We finna ride, baby. Markel gave us a great show. As always, thank you again, Markel. It's a blessing to have people with expertise in a particular area, especially veterans area. There's so many rules and regulations in the VA will put on you. And if you don't have the knowledge, and sometimes you don't even need to go to college. You just got to have the right people in place with the right information to inform you, okay? And then you can get things done, okay? So, Markel, thanks so much for the information for the nation. Y'all, if you heard some stuff today that was pleasing to your ears about veterans, benefits, etc., pass it on, okay? Pass it on to somebody that you know. You might not be able to use it, but you know your neighbor down the street, your brother, your sister. Hey, pass it on to them, okay? All right. We already know who's the first man up. I ain't got to go through all that. Thank you so much, Terry Fleming, for the donation to the nation, man. More blessings, much love to you, my brother, from another mother. It's a blessing to have you on the show, my brother. So good to see you. We missed you last time. You didn't show up, but you here now. And that's all that matters. Okay, man. Let's go. We got to do the damn Terry Fleming, right? Train BobbieD, DC, one nation, on the group, one love. I need a dancer in the house. I know y'all mad at me now because I know I done said some stuff y'all didn't want me to say. I know, man. I know. Y'all mad at me, but that's all right, man. That's how it be. People always get mad with the messenger. And they don't think about the mess, but then why he had to say it. Straighten it up, man. Come on, man. I told you I bring the truth. I don't bring no sugar-coated stuff. All right, where my dancers at? Come on now. Okay, let's go. Come on.
The hardest working man in the business. I feel good. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Come on, girl, let's do the penguin.
Thank you so much, Terry Flynn, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love. Thank you so much, my brother from another mother. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. It's a blessing when you have people that show you they love. You know what I'm saying? Terry Fleming show his love. Some of y'all don't show nothing. you don't say thank you, Bobby. It was a good show. You don't say nothing. Terry Fleming, every chance he get, he show his love. He show his appreciation. He give a donation. What's your problem, mister? You don't like the show? If you like the show, show your love. Okay? Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lisi, One Nation. We got Boo, Sam. What's up, brother? You good, man? So good to see it. So good to see it. So good to see it. Wouldn't want to be. Hey, Smooth. Hey, man. You know what, man? You hit the number 2 spot today. You know what I'm saying? You was number 1 for the last 2 days. What's up, man? You done slipped up again? What happened? What happened, Captain? You number 2. Hey, you know what I got to tell you, man? Number 2. Judge won't. Hey, Smooth, we're not coming against you, my brother. We're coming against the 2 spot. We want you to hit the number 1 spot from the 2 spot. We want you to move up 1 space. Okay, man, can you do it next time? Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got? John Thomas in the house. What's up, Big John? Big John in the house. Big John, Big John, Big. What's up, JT? He said, good morning, Bobby Lisi. Good morning. Good evening, Mark. Hey, good to see him. John in the house today. It's a blessing to have our gold bullet with us today. He's a gold member. He appreciates his show, and he shows his love at every turn, at every opportunity. Thank you so much, John, for being on the train with us today. So good to see you, my brother. Ride the train, Bobby Lee. Who we got? Gary Courtney. What's up, Gary? You good, man? He said, good morning, Bobby. What's up, brother? So good to see you. I ain't seen you in a while, man. You good, man? So good to see you, have you on the train with us today. I hope you have a pleasant ride, man. And should you need any refreshments or anything, let me know, okay? I'll stop the train just for you, man. So good to see you, man. Ride train, Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Woo, Sam. He said, if I can't get my health correct, Costa Rica will have to be my best option. I will be closer to the home. I can still go back to work, and I can still keep my American insurance. Okay. So what he's referring to, ladies and gentlemen, is that he has some type of disability benefits, and that he was contemplating coming to the Philippines. However, he's found some issues that if he comes to the Philippines, there may be some things he can't keep as far as his income is concerned, and some other insurance and so forth. So he's looked at this, he's done his research, and he looks like Costa Rica will be the best country for him to migrate to leave this United States. Because number one, as he said, he'll be closer to home. Okay. He can go back and forth real easy. And then he can go back to work if he wants to. Right? So that's, to me, Smooth Sounds like a plan, man. You might want to consider that. Just don't look at all the laws in Costa Rica. Look at all the retirement benefits, because you actually be, look at all the how easy to get a visa, all those things you want to check out, man. And then you want to compare Philippines with that and see which one comes out the best. But whatever you do, man, you want to do it for you and do the best thing for you. Round train by these One Nation. We got Gary Courtney. What's up, Gary? He said, Mark Hill, the veterans professor. And Mark Hill is a brother on this show. We call this show the sister show. We related on our show. He come on here. I try to get on the show when he invites me. We go, and we have a lot of our members on this show or subscribers on this show that have come to us from Markel's show. A lot of our members on my show, on this show, have gone to Markel's show, and we that's how we do. We collaborate. It's called collaboration on YouTube, when two channels come together and they help each other grow. That's what we do. Collaboration helps each other's channel grow. And so we work together because we're friends of a feather. Okay, let's go. Roger, who we got? Terry Fleming. Also, he said, I see so many veterans give up on the benefits because they are denied their first and second. Yeah, man. They get denied and they want to cry, and they don't want to say, well, I got to go back. Because what happens, man, I've been denied. They put it on you, man. When you go before that panel, they set you up an appointment, right? You go before the panel and it's like 4 or 5 people. In my place, when I did mine, it was like 4 or 5. It was 2, one woman and the rest were men. And they had a big long table. You go in the office, it's a big long table. And I was a young guy and I felt a little bit intimidated. And you got to tell your whole life story and all the glory, why are you here and all that. So it could be a little bit intimidating. And then because of that, and if you get turned down, you just don't want to try no more. You know what I'm saying? But as Terry said, and Terry's a perfect example for this, you just don't quit when you know you deserve it. Okay. And if you know you didn't deserve it, like I did, I really didn't deserve it. You don't quit. But if you know you really deserve it, you got an injury, you know it, show it. Keep on keeping on until they tell you you got your check. Never give up, baby. When you know you injured yourself on duty, in the line of duty, whatever you was doing for the government, you deserve that money. You deserve for the government to compensate you, okay? And nobody can take that away from you. I don't care who even if they don't give you your money, they still can't take that away from you, that you deserve that money. So you keep on keeping on. If you got to get a lawyer, if you got to get 2 lawyers, whatever, man, do what you got to do and don't stop, don't quit. Ron Train, who we got? Howard Cuba. What's up, Coop? You good? He says, salute to BobbieD Market. What's up, man? Salute right back at you, my brother. Howard Cuba coming to us for the lovely state of Hawaii. Hallelujah. Hawaii. What's up, man? You good? Sunshine State. Good to see you, man. Ride Train, who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, I am a tax exempt. Oh, yeah, you talked about that. Tax exempt status. That means he's not charged any taxes on his income for disability. Veterans income, and Terry Fleming is a blessed young man. You hear me? This guy is blessed. He don't have to lift a finger for nothing for the rest of his life. You know why? He got about 3 or 4 checks coming in every month. And he put his time. He didn't beg for this. He didn't steal the money. He earned it. He did it the right way. He did it the tight way. He didn't beg nobody. He said, "Look here, I've been in the service. I was a Marine. I was a Gyrene. I hurt myself, and you supposed to take care of me, Mr. Governor, Mr. Sam, Uncle Sam, and I want what you supposed to give me." And Uncle Sam told him no for 10 years. Can you believe that? Terry Fleming kept hung in there for 10 years of being denied, rejected, rejected. How many of you can say you would withstand that, all that amount of negativity, rejection? He withstood it. You know why he withstood that? Because he knew he deserved his money, and he knew he was injured on service for his country, and he deserved to be taken care of by his government. So, hey, if you out there, man, you hurt yourself, whatever, and you was in the service and on duty, you deserve it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Whatever you do, do not give up. Let's go, Ron Chen. Who we got? Howard Cooper. He's a Terry Fleming. Congrats, man. Hey, Terry Fleming. Terry Fleming was number 1. He wasn't playing. He kicked the sum of my money in, man. Let's go. Ryan Train by the easy. Terry Fleming. Said, thanks, Coop, man. Hey, man, you know what? I try to do it right, tight, long, strong. Sometimes I have to get in the number 1 spot. Ryan Train, who we got? Gary Courtney. He said, salute, Howard. Hey, man. Right back at you, my brother. I got all my veterans in the house today. Ryan Train, Bobby D, Howard Cooper, and Gary Cooper. Salute, bro. Hey, I got all my veterans. That's how we do. We hang out, man. We bang out. We clang out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about pride in your country. I know sometimes I talk bad about the United States of a doggone America, but you know what? It's the best country in the world. I'm be honest with you, man. It's the best country in the world. I wouldn't want to be a resident, a citizen of no other country but the United States. And I'm so blessed. And most of you guys, when you went into the service, you was blessed to get in there. And most of you guys, you volunteered. You didn't. Nobody forced you to go in there. You wasn't drafted. Draft was over like what 50, 60 years ago. You wasn't drafted. You volunteered, right? So it was a matter of pride. It was a matter of serving your country. And if you get injured in your service, they need to pay. Let's go round train, BobbieD. This one nation. Who we got? Terry, come in. He said, I'm a tax exempt status. Well, I said, okay, yeah. He said, no, you are. He said, yeah. I don't know. It depends on the country. It depends on if you're doing income. Now, you mean on your military income, you shouldn't have to pay any tax on the country for that, wherever you go. Round train, BobbieD. Who we got? Terry, Murphy. Hey, what's up, Murphy? He said, hello, everyone. What's up, Gunny in the house? Got in the house. Woo, what's up, Gunny, man? He said, hello, everyone. What's up, man? You good? Murphy is another veteran, man. I tell you, I got a bunch of veterans on this show. That's why every Friday we bring out veterans information. He said, Bobby, I don't need to know that. I got what I need. You might not need, but somebody else might need to know it, you know? You can pass it on. I told you the purpose. One of the things we preach and teach on this show, each one teach one, each one reach one. Take the information that you gained today and you got some knowledge today so you won't have to go to college, okay? We gave it to you free of charge. Let's go, round train. Who we got? Murphy. Hey, he said, congratulations, Terry, man. You did it there right, man. Well, yeah, man. I got trying to get like you, Terry. Round train, BobbieD. Who we got? Smooth. He said, well, from my last few visits to the Philippines, most of those people already think you are a veteran. Besides them thinking I was slick Rick, they thought I was a veteran. Yeah, that's true. A lot of them, they think you're a veteran. They will think you're a basketball player. Believe it or not, they thought I was Michael Jordan. One person said, you Michael Jordan? I said, look, I know Michael Jordan. I guess he talking about head with ball. I don't know, but we chocolate like that's it. But I ain't got no height on me, so I don't know where he got there. Anyway, they usually think I'm a boxer or some kind of famous boxer, all kind of stuff, man. I don't know what it is, but they have a lot of various connotations and ideas in their minds about foreign people, especially if they've never met one in person, up close and personal. So they'll bring stuff to you like that. Round train, BobbieD, he's one nation under one love. Who we got? Smooth Sam. He said, well, okay, I'm sorry, I got that one. Sorry about that. He said, write about how people looking up Slick Rick. Write about how, well, I'm sorry. Right about now, people are looking at Slick Rick. Slick Rick was we talking about Slick Rick, Rick James. I think you're talking about Rick James. That we talking about? Or is another Slick Rick? I don't know, but let's go. Who we got? Murphy. He said, I've been trying to warn my friend to be cautious about what she posts and do in social media. Yeah, to no avail. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna tell you why, Murphy. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. And your friend he's talking about is a Filipina. He's talking about his girlfriend. She's a Filipina. Okay. Most Filipinas are very, very social individuals. They like to share stuff. They like to tell stuff. They like to find out information. They're very, very curious and inquisitive people. Okay, so when you lock up curiosity and sharing together, you have a very, very volatile combination. And so if you also think about the fact that Philippines use the internet more than any other country and use the social media more than any other country than in the world, then you know, and they text more than any other country in the world, then you know you're just a losing battle trying to get her stopped. You know? So the most you can do is keep on telling them, because they're not going to listen. They like to share everything, and social media is another avenue for them to do what? Share and release information, and sometimes try to gain information on people in their circle, and that's what they do. And you know, I'm like this, man. I'm not going to put nothing on the internet that I think it's going to hurt me, you know, or something's bad for me. I don't want to do that, but they don't care. They'll put it all. They let everything hang out there. That's what they do. Yeah, Roger, who we got? Yeah, what's up, man? He said, what is the VA? Okay, we got that. What is VA doctor veteran file for disability? Yeah. And then he said, Marcus said you can file for disability, and sometimes they will not tell you to file because they don't want to be held liable for suit. Okay. Yeah, he said, okay, same thing. And then he said, the doctor, yeah, they documented everything. They will recommend, they won't give you a recommendation, but you will know based on the information he said, Because again, Marcus said that they recommend you and you hold them to it, and you get turned down, then you can sue that doctor. Ryan Train Bobby DC One Nation. Kurt, what's up, man? Yeah, thank you, Kuya Bobby and Adeli. You welcome, my brother. That's a grateful young man. Every time I hear Kurt come on the show, he said, thank you. Yeah. My mama told me a long time ago. He said, son, I said, yeah, man. He said, when somebody do something good for you, say thank you. I said, what? She said, say thank you, son. I said, yes, man. Yeah, my mama taught me that long time ago. Always say thank you, please, and thank you. Big lesson I learned. Let's go, Ryan Train Bob D. Who we got? Big John. He said, always be careful how you treat a person. Not too hard to be poisoned over time. Yeah, you have to be careful the words you speak, how the tone you use, because how you use your tone. Sometimes it's not the words you say. You know, it's the tone, the way you say it. You know, I can say, I can tell somebody, oh, no, I can say, I love you. I said, I love you. You know, that's like, I don't really mean it. I'm just saying something. I said, I love you. I love you. I love you. You can feel it better when I say it that way. So it's the tone in which you use it, the way in which you say, all of those things, another individual can receive it, and it can hurt or it can build up. You can build up somebody by your words and tone and the value in what you give it, or you can build them, you can break them down. Why break down another individual? Why break their spirit? Why break their joy? Why break their peace? Why break their love? You know why men do it? We want to be in control. We like to feel that we're number one, we're top dog, you know, and we like to manipulate. I showed you the other day where Filipinas like to do it too. So when you have two controlling, manipulative individuals come together, you're looking for a dogfight. You're looking for an explosion. So understand who compliments you in your relationship, that you find somebody that compliments you and doesn't go against you, doesn't fight against, doesn't bump heads with you in everything you do. Okay, so that's important in you as you pursue your relationship. Let's go, Ryan Train. We got John Thomas. He said, also in the Philippines, two-man motorcycle tandem could blow your head off. Two-man motorcycle tandem could blow your head off if you cause issues. Yeah, to the Philippines. That's right, John. I'm telling you, man. You mentioned two things that happens here regularly in the Philippines. People, the two men, when you say riding in tandem, motorcycle, it's on a motorcycle, they ride in tandem, one on the back, one's driving, and the one on the back is the one got the, you know, and then he does his dirt while they riding, and they gone. Nobody can catch him, you know, because they don't have a license plate on the back of the vehicle, on the motorcycle. And in this country, if you're on a motorcycle, you can go get it out and boom, nobody catch up with you. Cars, you know, in the USA, they do cars to do drive-bys. Here, it's no car. They don't, because most people don't have a car, but they have motorcycles. They have more motorcycles than cars. So they do cars to do drive-bys, whatever dirt they want to do. But yeah, and so what happens if you don't treat these ladies right, man, and they go home and tell mama and they tell their brother and all like that, say, where he at? That's all they're going to say, where he at? And that's all she got to say. They're going to say, where he at? He down there at the Marriott Hotel. Okay, that's all they got to say. They're gonna wait for him because she already gave this, they know how she look. They're gonna wait for him till he come out that room. As soon as he turn the corner, boom, ya, ya, ya. You mess with my sister like that again. You know, and sometimes they put it on you. And sometimes you can't get up. You say, they buzz me in my head. You lying on the street, they buzz me. I don't know. You don't even know what day it is. Let's go right there. Who we got? Pistol P, what's up, man? He said, your money, your rules. Yeah, man. Your money, okay. You see where he coming from, y'all? He gave me a different perspective. And it's okay, man. I appreciate all perspectives. He said, Pistol P says this. He don't agree with nothing I said. He says, your money, right? If it's your money, it's your rules. Pistol P, the people like you I'm trying to get to today. You say, I ain't hearing none of that. Okay, man. You know, that's your thing, You do what you want to do. But your money, your rules mean you in charge, and you better not say nothing to me. I wouldn't want to be your woman talking to me like that. You supposed to, if you have a woman or somebody you love, you show them love. You don't show them arrogance. You don't show them like you a dictator and that you don't give a flip about them. You don't show them verbal abuse. Okay. If you want love from that woman, Pistol Pete, you want love from that woman? Do you want love? Oh, wait, hold up. Let me ask you a question. Do you want love from that woman? What you want? You want love from her? You want to treat her nice? You want her to treat you nice? Do you really want her to treat you nice? Treat her nice. Show her love. Show her tenderness. Show her respect. Show her care. And I guarantee you, she'll give it back to you. Let's go, Ryan Train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation. Who we got? Pistol P said women think they're entitled to an allowance. Okay. Very now you open up a can of worms right now. He opened up a can of worms, y'all. He said women think they're entitled to an allowance. Okay. Some women do think that. And the reason why they think that, Pistol Pete, is because they take care of you. Some women take care of you. And because of that, they think they're entitled to an allowance. So let's say this. If a woman takes care of you, and when I say take care of you, she cook for you, she clean for you, she do whatever you need her to do, and that all rhymed. Shouldn't she be given some type of an allowance if you have it to give? Huh? I mean, let's be honest. She's doing everything you need for a woman to do for you. Huh? And she's making you happy. The thing she does makes you happy, makes you feel good. Okay. So why in the world would you not want to give her not? Now, this is two different questions here. He said they think they're entitled. Now, I'm not with entitlement. Y'all know that. Don't come to me with no entitlement attitude like you supposed to do. I ain't supposed to do nothing. You mean if you ain't doing nothing for me, I'm supposed to do because you feel you have an entitlement attitude? Nah, come to me with that. I'm with you on that, Pete. No, you ain't entitled to nothing. If you don't earn it, you don't burn it. You don't get it from me. But if they earn it, Pete, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. If they earn it, they deserve it. Okay. No one should come to anybody with an entitlement attitude. I don't like that. And a lot of young people do that nowadays. This millennial and this X generation, they always got their hand out. You supposed to give me. They don't say you're supposed to give me. It's you supposed to give me. You supposed to give me money. You supposed to buy me my Jordans. You supposed to buy my Xbox. You supposed to do that. No, I'm not supposed to do nothing for you. If you get it, it's because somebody had mercy on you. You didn't earn it. Entitlement attitude. I don't like it. So if a woman comes to you with entitlement attitude, Pistol Pete, yeah, I'm not with that. I would throw them down to the lions. You know what I'm saying? I would put them in the lions den. So get away from me. But if they earn it, okay? If they earn it, they deserve it. That's how I deal. When I dealt with Lisa D, she earned my respect. She earned my love. She earned my taking care of her. Okay? And so I gave her an allowance. And I gave it willingly, lovingly, because she earned it. She didn't never approach me with no entitlement attitude. I'm tired of this because I'm talking to you. I'm tired now. Put her down. Let's go round train. Who we got? Mervyn Hayes said, that's true, Sir John. A former co-worker of yours. Excuse me. Let's go. That's true, Sir John. A former co-worker of years past told me she witnessed her mother poison her abusive father. Poison her abusive father at the dinner table. Whoa. She said he gave a grunt, then keeled over. I was shocked. Whoa. Are you serious, man? So she witnessed her mother poison her father at the dinner table? Ooh, Lord. She got to be in some kind of trauma right about now. And so that man must have been treating her bad. That's what happens, man. When you treat somebody bad, you control her, you enfold her, you mold her, you shake her, you break her spirit, break her attitude, break her body physically. When you do that to a woman, they're going to want some kind of payback sometime. Maybe, just maybe, her giving him that poison was a little bit of payback. What you think? Could it be? Could have been that? You never know. So, but still, you don't do that to people. That's wrong what she did. But sometimes you can understand why people do what they do. It doesn't justify what they do, but it gives you an understanding of why they did what they do. Okay. So let's go. Ryan James, who we got? Smooth. He said, men controlling a woman. Prime example if the High Court of America overturned Roe versus Wade. Okay, I guess you could use that as somewhat of an analogy. The High Court, be Supreme Court would be the man, and Roe versus Wade would be the woman, if you want to put it in those terms. And so now the High Court, Supreme Court say, I'm the man, and I'm gonna tell you what to do with your body, woman. You do what I say, do. Don't do what I do, but do what I say, do. That's what the Supreme Court is saying. Yeah. And I'm not going to get in debate about that, but I believe that a woman should have control over her body. I also believe that they shouldn't be. I'm against abortion, but in the final analysis, I believe that women should have control, or if they don't want to have the child, they have the control. They should have control to do that. I'm not saying I force every woman to have a child. I'm not saying I force every woman not to have a child. Each woman has to deal with that from their perspective, from their biblical perspective, from their personal point of view of how they deal with that. And that is incumbent upon them because of their personal, that's all related to their personal being, their body. Okay. I don't tell a woman what to do with their body. I don't want to tell me what I do with my body. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I deal with it. Let's go around chain. Who we got? Yeah, what's up, man? He said, the problem with Western women is that they want the relationship to move at their pace. Good point. Good point. A lot of Western women they're pushy. You know, they don't want to wait for marriage. They want it now. And that's the way of the Western world. We have, most of us, including men, have this right now attitude. You know, I want it now. Instant. You know, instant coffee. Instant happiness. Instant sex. Instant now. Yeah. And so that turns a lot of men off. You know, I don't want to. When I was younger in my life, I wanted it right now. I wanted that right now attitude. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it. Let's go. Let's do this thing. But now I know the benefits of waiting until it's the right time. You know, it's the right time, it's the right way, it's the right reason, it's the right season to do everything in life. And nobody deserves to be pushed into anything. I waited for Lisa D for 5 years. 5 years. You know? And she waited for me. You know? We waited, man. We don't want to move like we don't want to move like pew. And I did that on my first marriage. I moved like pew, and I regretted it. Went with somebody 3 months and then got married. That was, to me, this is me, man. This is me. That was the dumbest move. One of the dumbest mistakes I've ever made. And I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of dumb mistakes, but that was one of the dumbest. And so I advise everybody to take your time, man. Don't rush nothing. Even if you have a girl you just meet for the first time, right? You go out on a date, and don't rush no sex. No? Don't rush it. It's gonna be there when you want it. So why a lot of you, I take you out, right? I pay for your dinner. You know what you got to do, right? Some of y'all got that attitude. If you take her out, she got to put out. Y'all, oh, come on, man. How crude is that? How rude is that? Let's be men. Yeah, you do that cheap. You got to make her pay for something, for buying her dinner. But a lot of men do that, man. Take your time. You know, you ain't got to examine her body the first time you meet her. What about examining her mind, her mentality, her spirit, her spirituality, her personality? What about those things? I keep telling y'all, inside out. And y'all keep telling me, outside in. Let's go. Who we got? John Tom, Big John in the house. He said, Murphy, we just need to make sure we have an open communication with our Filipinas, so issues don't develop into that type of anger. That is correct. Communication is one of the pillars of any successful relationship. If you have bad communication, you will have a bad relationship. If you have good, solid, understanding, sharing, caring relationship, you have a good relationship. Okay, communication, you have a good relationship. That's the way it is. And so open communication means that she can come to you with anything. Open communication means that you can go to her with anything and she can come. It's a two-way street. The doors, remember, like they said back in the days of church, the doors of the church is open. So your doors of communication in your relationship is always open for both of y'all. And if one person in a relationship feels that they cannot communicate to you in a free and flowing, loving, sharing, caring way, that's blocking the line of communication. And when you block the lines, no love can get through, no joy can get through, no peace can get through. The only thing that's getting through is frustration, anger, bitterness. And so when you get so much frustration, so you get so much bitterness, you get so much anger, you do what? You want to do one or two things. You want to knock somebody out, or you want to walk away. Okay, that's what happens when people get so frustrated they can't take it. That's why you remember we talked about a few minutes ago. Murphy said the lady gave her husband poison. That's why she gave him poison. She couldn't take it no more. It was frustrating. Whatever they were doing in their relationship, she got PO'd, man. And that was her payback. Let's go round train by the easy one nation. Who we got? Murphy Hayes. Amen. Amen. Amen, man. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is what? That's right. Let's go round train by the easy one nation on the group. I'm sorry. Did I mess up? Smoothie said Slick Rick was a 1990s rapper that wore an iPad. Okay. I thought you were okay. You got educated there, man. Thank you for the information to the nation. Y'all heard that? Slick Rick was in the 90s. He was a rapper. He wore an iPad. I did not know. I thought you were referring to Rick James, man. Sorry about that. I thought they called him Slick Rick. Okay, so and if I didn't know it, maybe a few could it be that maybe a few other people didn't know it either. Could it be? Let's go, Roger. We got Murphy. Hey, he said everyone that meets me here in the United States think I'm a popo. I'm a policeman. You think he's a policeman? He said, I shudder to think of how they view me there. Okay. So you have this, apparently, Murphy, if they think you're a policeman, popo, that means you have this persona of discipline or rules, something like that going on with you, and that's why they think that, because that's how you come off, like you're professional and you're like, you better toe the line with me. But if you go to the Philippines, they won't think of you like that. They will think of you as a good older gentleman that is polite, kind, and they will give you respect. They will honor you. Okay. I've heard of the mano where they do like this, and they get you, and you get their hand, you put on it, and they take their hand and put on your head. That's called a mano. They'll give you the blessing. They'll come to you for that. Filipinos love people that are older, that have a sense of wisdom, and they love people that have accomplished things that are older, and that gives them the ability to respect them. So you'll be well respected in the Philippines. Ryan Train Bobby Lisi, One Nation, smooth sound. He said, I also been looking into Guam. I can keep everything and go to the Philippines anytime I want. Yeah, you better keep looking in Guam too, because I looked at Guam, man. The thing that turned me off about Guam was the prices. They're everything is just high. You're not going, I guess you'd be all right, but when I go overseas, I want to go someplace where my dollars can stretch. I get $52, 52 pesos per dollar here in the Philippines. And Markel told me the other day, he gets about 4,000 of the Philippine Colombian money out there, okay? 4,000 for $1, okay? So he's living I could go over there and live real good on my money, and he's living real good off the dollar out there. So I don't want to go to Guam because they have the dollar out there, and I want my money to stretch further. They are a what is it, protectorate of the United States, and so this like just being in the States. Ryan Train Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said the reason abortion was made legal in America got tired of packing America. The reason abortion was made illegal is, America got tired of picking up dead women and fetuses out of the back alleys. Okay, that's what happened many years ago. Women were doing it anyway, and so people guess it. Well, if they're doing this, we need to do it the right way and legalize it. So yeah, that's what initially started the abortion rights movement, because they got tired of seeing little teenagers and women just messed up trying to do it themselves and trying to get these shade tree doctors, quack doctors to do it, and they would wind up not doing it right, and people wind up being casualties because of it. So that's what initially caused it to get written in the law, and now we have so many Supreme Court justices on the Supreme Court that are ultra conservatives. They're what we see now in the news is they're getting ready to overturn Roe versus Wade. So I'm like this, man. A law is a law is a law. You go by whatever the law of the land is. Okay, I will obey the law of the land. That's what I do, and that's what everybody should do. If the law of the land says it's illegal, you got to deal with it. If it says it's legal, you got to deal with it. I'm gonna tell you one law I didn't like, and I have to deal with it every day in my name from the United States. They legalized, and Obama did this under his administration. They legalized same-sex marriage, and I thought I said, what? Are you serious? They legalized, man, and now most countries are legalizing it, except for the Philippines hadn't done it yet. But I was like, man, and I had a problem with it, and not that I'm against gays. I'm not. I got a lot of gay friends. I got lesbian friends. I got homosexual friends. I mean, not friend, but I know and we have a good relationship or we deal friendly. Okay, but and I'm not against that. But what I'm against is biblical, where the Bible said that Adam and Eve, and that it didn't say nothing but another person can hook up with another person. Now, if you want to have that as a public, let's say not a marriage, but a public union, that's different. I'm all for that. But when they did that, but I got to live with it. I just deal with it, man. I accept people who they are. If I meet two men right now, and they say this is my husband, and this is my husband and husband. I now pronounce you husband and husband. I say, hey man, hey, you happy? That's what I'm gonna say. Are you happy, man? Yeah, I'm happy. Are you happy, man? I'm all for it. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go. Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation. Who we got? Diaz. He said, smooth sound. Some of the GS jobs in Guam, you only work 4 days a week, or you have every other Friday. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Every other Friday off, even on holiday and weekends. Okay, that's nice, man. But you got to be a government job. The GS is government. You got to have a GS 1, 2, 3. It's GS. I think my sister was high up there, man. My sister retired now. She was a GS 12, 14, 12, something. Anyway, and she had a double digit GS. So she was making the money, and she made good retirement money. She gets 80% of her retirement, man. I'm telling you, 80%. And she made good money. I'm telling you. So she gets 80% of that. And I'm like, man, I wish I could have got 80% of mine. But I got some of it. Wasn't no 80%. All right, Ryan Train, Bobby, who we got? Who? He said, sounds good, Mr. Diaz. I got you, man. Thank you so much for the information to the nation. You know what we do, man. You know how we do. We reach out, we teach out. You know what I'm saying? It's all for you, my brothers and my sisters. It's all for you. That's what this show is about. We bring you information to the nation so you can grow up and not blow up. We help each other, man. That's what it's all about. I mean, if you think about men, African-American men, and just men in general, we've been divided, man, so many years. It's divide and conquer strategy. Divide them, let them fight it out. We time out for that. We're not fighting each other no more. We are cooperating. We're collaborating. That's why me and Mark, we're not fighting. Mark, y'all don't fight me. I don't fight him. We work together so we can move up together. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got? Smooth. I mean, Terry Flynn, he said, people being gay is their choice. It's genetic. It's their choice. That's my opinion. If they're gay, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I will work with you if you're gay. I work with straight people. I work with gay people, and I treat them all the same. As long as they're not trying to come off on me with their stuff, I'm all right with them. And I'll be honest with you, I never had a gay person come out of the way with me. Okay, never. So I treat them just like they treated me. And some of them, it was harder for me to deal with some of them than others because some of them was full blown. When I say full blown, they had their hair like a woman. I'm like, hey man, it's hard to, your man's body, right? But he got looking like all that makeup. So, hey man, what's up, man? It's hard to say, hey man, what's up when you look like, But anyway, I try to treat them all right. And you go on these people's jobs nowadays, you better be careful. You don't call them out their name. You better not call them out their name. They'll have you in HR so fast, and they'll say, the security guard said, tapping you on the shoulder, what's up? Get your stuff. What you mean get my stuff? You fired. Walk you right out the door. Let's go, Roger. Who we got? Mr. Pete, what's up, Pete? He said, rumor going around that is Kevin Samuels has passed. Oh, Kevin Samuels. Okay. I didn't know that, man. Sorry to hear that, man. Was he sick or something? What's happening, man? Tell me some more. 411, Pete. Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, one nation on the group, one love. Terry Fleming. It's not their choice. It's genetic. Okay. Some people say it's their choice, Terry, and then some people say it's not their choice. But I have a tendency to, sometimes I just can't go one way or the other. I go in the middle. On this one, I'm in the middle. I'm sorry, man, I'm in the middle on this one. Some things I'm on this end or this end, but some things I'm in the middle. This one I'm in the middle on. I think it's a little bit of both. I think sometimes people choose that way. Okay, to be honest, I just think it's sometimes people make a choice, and then I think other people I've seen, and you can look at them and talk at them, and you say, man, this wasn't a choice with him. This is just how he is. This is just him. And so whether they choose it, okay, or whether they were born with it, it's all the same. They're just different. And so we as individuals must accept the differences of others. Okay, that's what's called society. That's what's called humanity. That's what's called living in peace together. Because I'm a heterosexual. I like women. Okay, I like the opposite sex, and you like the same sex. So we can't work together. We can't go out and have a dinner or meal together. All right. Something. I'm busting on some of y'all bubbles right now. I'm bursting because you like, I don't do no gay, but y'all don't do that about you. Like, you go on now. I got to go now. Okay, that's your thing. You stay in the cubby hole if you want to, and you let the world pass you by. Because this is the world we live in. It. We can't run from the truth. We can't escape it. And I know what the Bible said about same sex. I know all that. Okay, but I also know that Jesus wouldn't turn people down. And I also know Jesus wouldn't put people down because of their sexual orientation. Okay. So I'm not saying I'm all for that. You go sleep with a man and you're a man. I'm not saying I'm for that at all. But I'm just saying, regardless of their sexual orientation, you treat the person as if how you would want to be treated. Right. Okay. Now, I'm not with that sex, man and man, women. I'm not with that. And so if they come off on me with that, it's going to be some problems. But other than that, treat people right. Let's go around chamber. That's it. All right, man. It's been real. It's been real. Another great show in the books. Markel, we'll see you next week. Thanks again for Markel. Y'all check out his show. Markel's TV, the podcast. Markel's Tech Review. We collaborate together and we do good work together when we come together with the right mindset, the right tools, the right purposes, and it is all to bring information to the nation. Okay, you are members of the Love Train Nation, whether you realize it or not. We are one. We almost 10,000 strong, and we getting ready to get even stronger. When I hit that 10K mark, we're gonna celebrate. Okay, yeah. When I hit that 10K mark, we're gonna have a celebration, baby. You don't have to join me. I get happy all by myself. I've been doing this since 2015, man. You think I'm playing? You think I won't go happy? But you know what? It's not about the numbers. It's about what you're doing to help people. And that's all it's about with me. I can say all that stuff, but at the bottom line, at the end of the day, how many people have I reached? How many people have I teached? If teached is the right word, but how many people have I taught? And how many people have I, more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, how many people have I touched? Right? How many lives have I touched? That's what it's all about, man. You think I'm just out here doing this just to do it? It's a method to my madness. This is my life. I know you think it's sad, but this is my life. I'm dedicated to doing what I do. And it's all for you. Okay? That's it for now, guys. This is BobbieD saying take care. God bless. And